Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Nottingham Forest Save here on FIFA 22. This is the first of 2 episodes today. The first day of double uploads. Today in the first video, Southampton in the Carabao Cup, then Newcastle in the league, will sim Wolfsberger and then play Leicester in the Premier League. The side that, the reason why we're playing Europa League and not Champions League football this season. So payback there might be nice, although whether we'll get it or not is a different matter. And then in the second upload of the day, Tottenham, Galatasaray and Crystal Palace, and maybe a sim against Bournemouth as well. We shall wait and see how things go. But 2 episodes today. This is the first of them. Drop the video like if you're enjoying this save and want to help continue to push the channel and help grow the channel. I'd appreciate that support. Of course, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on anything else. And if you've got the notification bell ticked, you definitely won't miss a video because you'll get a notification when one goes live. 2 videos a day moving forward, maybe even 3 early next week. We've got a lot of content to get done between now and FIFA 23, which is about a week away now. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. I can't quite be so specific as of yet. Wink. Right, Southampton at home to start. Southampton with a 4-4-2 for this Carabao Cup tie. In goal, on loan, Lissandros Skiotis. I wonder who he's on loan from, eh? They've got Marcus Holmgren, Pedersen, Marcao, Ake and Wijndal as their back 4. Vargas, Dominguez, Thuram and Kingsley Coman at Southampton in their midfield. With Mbuku and Amin Gouiri up top. What is that for a Southampton team? That's outrageous. They've got not much on the bench, really, other than Kude, who is another striker. Guirassi, and then Estupiñán. But I tell you what, that's a decent Southampton team, isn't it? We're playing our rotated 11 for this, although I'm still quite confident of being able to get the result. We do have all of our first team players on the bench, or the majority of our first team players on the bench available for us to be able to call upon them should we need to. Would like to try and win the Carabao Cup this year, although it is the least favoured of the 4 trophies we're trying for. FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, no, that's a lie. FA Cup, Premier League, Europa League and Carabao Cup. Not necessarily in that order, but Carabao Cup is the bottom of the list for sure. Southampton, though, fielding a very strong side for this competition. They certainly want to try and win it, and we will try our best to ensure that they don't. I mean, Gouiri into Nicola Dominguez. Good run by Gouiri, found nicely too. Oh, I tried to get a block on it. Somehow it's reached Mbuku. And I don't really know how he squeezed that home from there with the defender right in front of him. We'll have a look at the replay. I saw the pass coming to the man through the middle and couldn't get there. And then here, it's not the best attempt to try and block that from the centre-back, to be honest. Niakate's not covered himself in glory there. It's a good finish, but the defender's not done good enough. That's why Niakate doesn't start for us anymore. Because he's got the odd mistake in him. He was rock solid for a long time. Unfortunately, now not of the quality needed to hold down that first team spot. 1-0 down here against Southampton early doors, but there's still a long way to go. Thuram forward, Gouiri linking up with Mbuku. Looking for Gouiri again. He's in. Amin Gouiri has a mean finish on him. But woodwork on this occasion. Southampton starting a much stronger side than us. And to this point, it is showing. I was hoping it wouldn't. I felt confident that we could still do something here against Saints. And I still do. But certainly, Southampton are going to be dangerous for the full fixture. There's not going to be a moment's rest for our defensive players. They're always going to have to be on edge. Even when we're in possession and on the attack, they're going to have to be ready for any incoming counter-attacks that might come our way. Maitland-Niles has done well enough there, but we still haven't properly cleared it. Owen Wijndal played in, tucked back to their goalscorer Mbuku. Gouiri, Mbuku, Thuram, Gouiri, side netting and wide. Richards down the line. Finds Popescu. He's going to go for a 1-2 here. And we'll get on the end of it too. Advantage played, tucked into the middle. Bustos! There's an equaliser. Thank you for the advantage, referee. We owe that to you just as much as we do our striker. We're level against Southampton. I told you we could do something here with this team. And we're doing it. A pain in my backside, Kingsley Coman. Nicola Dominguez with a good run there. Tried to outmuscle him and couldn't get near him. We've got a toe in there, though, and we have won it back. Mangala finds Cook. Here's Lavia. Scored a good goal for Southampton earlier this season, IRL. Lavia playing against what IRL is now his team. Tyler Cook needs support. Has it. Lavia. Well, tell me how I've ended up on the floor there with Tyler Cook, and it's not a foul. Ref, if you don't mind, I'd quite like you to do your job, pal. Jeremy Pino in the box. Well blocked and cleared away for a corner. No Tammy Abraham in the middle to aim for, but we do still have some tall players in there. And Niakarte's made up for his mistake. Redemption for the centre-back. And we lead before half-time in the Carabao Cup. Mbuku slightly over here. Heavy touch. Mongala steps in. They tried to step to me there, and that hasn't worked either. Bustos isn't the tallest, so I'm not going to try and find him through the air. We'll get it to him on the floor. And Mongala. Oh. At the very least, you have to hit the target there, pal. That's got to be 3, really. And then that's game over. Oral Mangala has completely mangled that. And unfortunately, we are still only 1 goal to the good. Thankfully, we are 1 goal to the good, and we weren't still behind and didn't need that to get level. But if we lose this game now, and Southampton somehow turn it around, can't look any further than Oral Mangala, can we? That's a pump. Up we go, please. Well up. Maitland-Niles. Ainsley doing well. Lavia, not doing quite so well. Kingsley Coman. Relatively quiet, Kingsley Coman, if I dare say so. He's offside as well. They're making a change too. Moses Simon coming off the bench for them. For Kingsley Coman. So clearly the Southampton manager agreeing with my conclusion about the overall play of Kingsley Coman so far today. Eddie Salcedo's off the bench for me. Oral Mangala could have sealed the deal for us. Michael Elise could be the man that does do that. Skiotis makes the save though. No third goal for us yet. We have scored 3 on a couple of occasions this season. That came off Marcao, and that'll be another corner. Scored 3 against Man United. We scored 3 yesterday as well. Niakarte's already gotten 1 in this game. Jeremy Pino. Lol. Quite know what happened there. They both just kind of fell over each other. Elise and Lavia. Go on then. Okay. Maybe that's why we shouldn't have gone then. Omar Richards through that gap. Elise! Good block from the defence. Keeping the pressure on though, and if the ball's at this end, they're not going to score at the other, are they? It's not at this end anymore. Unlandulu. Is he onside there, Amin Gouiri? I bet he was. Here's the goal. Oh, sweaty bastards. Sweaty bastards. 2-2 with 5 to go. Fair play, Gouiri. Great vision. Jeremy P. Oh, strong, to say the least, from the left back. Yeah, not a great challenge from Owen Windal there. That was particularly poor. Jeremy Pino out wide. And Alex Maiton, not necessarily renowned in this save for his shooting capabilities, especially from range. So I'm not going to go as far as to pull the trigger with him from there. Omar Richards has a number in the middle to find. Can't, because Pedersen's in the way. And it is a corner with moments to go in the game. It's not a bad delivery. Salcedo's up. Unlandulu is too. Moses Simon wins that. Alex Maiton, well, if he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. It wasn't a bad effort, but it's a comfortable enough save for Skiotis. And unfortunately, it's straight to penalties we go then in the Carabao Cup. Eddie Salcedo, the first to take his, will go to the left-hand side. Comfortable enough start. Our current goalkeeper on loan. Oh, at a new club this season. In goal against us here. Maitland-Niles will look to go low the other way. And the keeper makes the save. Only yellow time, so didn't quite get it where I needed it. Southampton on the back foot from the first pen, but now back level after 2. It's 1-1. Niakarte. God, the centre-back's just not going to do too much, is he? As if the keeper stayed in the middle as well. Unbelievable. Kefren Thuram. He goes down the middle too. And now Southampton have the advantage. Michael Elise will go top right. I do like to try and pull with a strong foot across goal when I take my penalties. Nicola Dominguez. Oh, misses the target entirely. We are level pegging. Romeo Lavia, against the team he plays for in real life, buries the pen. Green times, but actually didn't go through that little circle. Dan Undlandulu, who tapped in the equaliser, has his penalty saved. Forest are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And my guy is bloody rapid. Get in, Trikoupis. In the battle of regen Nottingham Forest Youth Academy goalkeepers, it's Trikoupis that comes out on top. See you in the next round, boys. For now, though, see you against Newcastle. Coventry did beat Liverpool on penalties. Fair play. 5-4. Any other shocks in there? West Brom, wow. West Brom win 3-0 against Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That definitely is a banana skin. Bournemouth beat Newcastle on pens. Brighton beat Leeds. Blackburn beating Aston Villa is a bit of a turn-up for the books perhaps as well. Blackburn are who we have next in this competition. Coventry have been rewarded with a trip to Old Trafford in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. That's in the next episode, though, at the end of the next month. For now, though, top of the table and flying so far this season, Newcastle United next. One of only 4, make that 5 sides, 6 sides unbeaten all season. Chelsea have drawn all 5 of their opening games and find themselves in 15th. That's ridiculous. We're unbeaten as well. Leeds have drawn 4 of their opening 5 and find themselves 9th and unbeaten. Brighton in 5th, Spurs is 2nd, and now Newcastle in 1st. Well, there might be the end to one unbeaten record so far this season in this next game, but whose will it be? From Cup to League, David Soria in goal for top of the table Newcastle. Enrics, Zubeldia, Ben White and Oliveira, they're back 4. Tapia holding with Sigankov, Emre Can, Unai Vencedor in at centre mid for them, and Alan Saint-Maximin on the left, and an 87 rated Moise Kean up top. On the bench, enough, probably, to help and make an impact. We're back at full strength, of course, for this one now after rotating for the Cup game. Let's try and get Tammy Abraham back to goal-scoring ways, shall we? Didn't score in the game against Wolves in the last episode, but to be fair to him, neither did anybody else for either side, so not necessarily Tammy's fault that. We didn't create that many chances either, TBH, so... Oh, that's a foul, surely. The opportunity... Oh, hello. Hello. Red card. Unai Vencedor sent after 3 or 4 minutes. And to be fair, arguably deserved it too. Jacob Ramsey stands over this. He's 29 yards out. We'll give it to Marcus Rashford. Right, come on, Marcus, please. Let's get a cracking free kick here, please. Dip! It didn't. 0-0, but they are down to 10 men after 3.5 minutes. Straight red card. Ndidi into Guendouzi. They've still got their holding midfielder in Tapia, so they still should be pretty decent defensively, Newcastle, but lacking one of their midfield central 3 will mean that there's a little bit more space in there for us to do something with. We're trying to do something from a set piece here. Their lack of a man probably won't have too much of an impact on the way that they defend these. Indeed, he will try and nod this down. It will fall to Marcus Rashford. There is some space here. It's fallen to Mark Gay, unfortunately, not Callum Hudson-Odoi. But he can find Jacob Ramsey here. And Tammy draws the save out of Soria. Pressure, to say the least, here on the Newcastle goal. I'm not going to get to that, am I? Oh, he's going to bobble free. And Mark Gay is just lying on the floor. Get up, mate. Ball's there. Oh, Unai Nunez out to Mikolenko. Rashford is drifted out wide. Whipped the ball in. Tammy could get there. He tried his best. Nearly ended up at the back of the net himself, but the ball didn't. Very much one-sided so far. With 10 men or 11, Newcastle under the cosh. Looking for Rashford again. I'll try and put it on the floor to Tammy this time. Get it back there to Guendouzi. Looking for a worldie and not getting it. Oh, Emre Can, Moise Kean. This is good from Newcastle. It was very good. And if they're going to be able to put together passages of play like that, regardless of how many men they've got in the field, they're going to be a danger today. Matteo Guendouzi struggled to get that out of his feet there. Did we sign Guendouzi from Newcastle? I've got a funny feeling we did, didn't we? Matteo Guendouzi, one of the best midfielders in the league at the minute, at 86 rated. And funny feeling it was Newcastle that we signed him from. Regardless, he's with us now, from wherever he came from. He certainly wasn't straight from Marseille, that's for sure. I think he was already in the Premier League. Here is Oliveira. Campaign to remember so far for Tammy Abraham. Certainly the start to a campaign to remember, but he needs to keep that going for the rest of the season if it's to be a full season that is worth looking back on when his career ends to say, you know what, that season I made a bloody big difference in the league and I was the best man up top for anybody. So far, he's been the best man up top for us this season. Oh, but so far, doesn't matter who we've been having shots with, we can't find a way past Soria. What were the stats in that first half? 6 shots, 60% possession, give or take. XG of 1.3, no goals. It's been a very one-sided tie, which is unsurprising given how we were looking at it after... Jesus Christ, Newcastle. Given how we were looking at it after 3.5 minutes' time. And certainly if Newcastle are going to continue to be passing that badly, then definitely they're going to be in trouble for the rest of this game. Mikolenko, I will go Guendouzi first, then Jacob Ramsey. In fact, Tammy Abrams made a decent run, and he's going to beat his man. Tammy! Big Tammy T! Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 0, down to 10 men, and down a goal now, the Magpies. And his streak, well, it's not really a streak, because he didn't score against Wolves, but his fantastic season continues. Tammy Abraham, good first touch, finds the space, and shot power's enough. Up the Reds! It's a nice turn, and then burst away from Saint-Maximin, but the defender's done well enough to stop him from getting forward. But he's got it again, because it fell free to the left-back. Emre Can. Oh, it's brilliant. And it's a powerful finish from Saint-Maximin. And with their first shot of the game, Newcastle United find their equaliser. It's well worked in the end, but we did tackle Saint-Maximin. It fell straight back to them, but shot power again. Enough at that end as it was at the other. Neither goalkeeper able to deal with the near-post efforts, but neither goalkeeper really should have kept either of those efforts out. They were very well struck. Well, we go again. Let's try and score for a second time, shall we? Gets it to Guendouzi. We'll look for Callum Hudson-Odoi, who this time does keep it in, stands it into the middle, and Tammy! Over the top! Ooh, should he have done better with that? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's a great ball. And Moise Keane is in behind. Newcastle might be about to go in front. They are. From nowhere, Newcastle lead. 2 shots, 2 goals. He's just got the pace to get away and a devastating finish on the end of the run. Well, that's changed the perspective of this fixture, hasn't it? Newcastle United fighting back, down a man, but up a goal. Balls. Rashford, lovely turn inside. Oh, but then Henriks gets back at him. I thought we were just going to accelerate away there and then get a shot off. 20 minutes left to go, and now we're in a bit of a sticky situation. There will be, it seems, an unbeaten record being seen off in this episode today, in this game, but will it be ours or theirs? If it's to be theirs, we're going to need to score 2. I'd probably, at this stage now, take the point, which is not something I thought I'd say at half-time, or even after we went 1-0 up. Oh, I've overhit that pass. Oh, we've won it back, though. Mikolenko's there. Guendouzi's there, too. Tammy in a good spot. Tammy! Tammy! Oh, 15 less than to go. They're making changes. Moise Keane going off. Jacob Ramsey making a good run here. We'll throw the ball to him. Get it back to Mikolenko. Tammy's come short, which is annoying, but that'll fall for Guendouzi. And it's a good block off. Ben White out for a corner. I mean, we deserve the win on stats alone. But unfortunately, Newcastle have just caught us on 2 counters. And we find ourselves in a really, really annoying situation of being 2-1 down against the side that we've battered all game. Keita into Jalanolu. Zubeldia. Jalanolu again, 3 minutes added on. Paco Alcacera's come on, as has Naby Keita, both involved there. Thankfully, it finally let me change player. But not quickly enough to ensure that I got the ball. Cheers, game. We are going to lose to Newcastle United. 2 shots, 2 goals. 3 shots, nearly 3 goals. They've done one over on us here. Top of the table and will stay as such. Boos ring out around the City ground. And you're not really surprised, are you? 10-man Newcastle score an overhead kick in the last minute to make it 3-1 to them. It's worth watching again, but I can't quite believe that the game has gone the way that it did. We shall put that down as one of those. Although there have been quite a few one of those in this save. And on FIFA 22. But unbelievable. Come on. 10 shots to their 4. 3 of which went in. 1 of which being an overhead kick. I don't quite know how that's happened, to be honest. But happen it has. And there goes our unbeaten record. No invincible domestic season. The scoreline flattered Newcastle United is how I will answer that last question. Morale is still high. We're still having a very good season. This is the European bug again, rearing its ugly head. No. Well, A, no, you're not having Alex Myton. And yes, we will simulate and forfeit the next game. Because apparently we have a game to play in the Champions League, but I'm not manager of Arsenal, Lech Poznan, Stade Rennais, or Borussia Dortmund. So, yep, we'll forfeit it. Oh no, what a shame. Right, Wolfsberger, they're top of the group. We're joint top of the group with them. And we should win this. We've got Leicester in a few days' time. I will make a couple of changes to my starting lineup. I don't know how good their players are off the top of my head. But we'll make a couple of... Pescu's now 85. Go on, son. We will make some changes. Mangala's now 83 as well. So we're getting some growth throughout the squad. Niakate did score a goal last time he played. Elise can come in for Ramsey. And Yeremy Pino for Hudson-Odoi. Outside of that, well, I mean, that's still a very, very strong 11, isn't it? Should be beating Wolfsberger here. And indeed, oh, we do. 4-0. Popescu with a brace. Bookending either side. Elise and Yeremy Pino's goals. I think we're going to be pretty comfortable in the Europa League this season. Now then, as if we didn't want to get a win against Leicester enough after the last time we played them, on the back of that Newcastle game, I'd like payback enough for that, let alone the fact that it's Leicester City. Their side is still very good, Leicester. Pau Lopez in goal, Getrauda at right back, Ginter, Konsa and Luca Digne round out the back 4. Konsa 86 rated. Hell of a bit of growth from him. Ollie Skip and Joao Palhinha, the 2 CDMs, with presumably a counter-attacking 4 of Leon Bailey, Rafa, Emi Buendia, and Karim Adeyemi. On the bench, not much. Not much. Popescu, after his 2 goals in Europe, earns the start. Outside of that, we are as you would expect us to be. Tammy, I need a goal from you today, please. Preferably more than 1, if possible. That'd be nice. Thank you, mate. I really hate playing against Leicester City in this save. They always seem to come up with the answer to everything I throw at them. And everything I try and do against them defensively too. We'll see if this is a case of deja vu, or if we can actually pull something out the bag here at the King Power. Adeyemi with a free kick. Mikolenko booked. Delivered in and away by Gay. Can Tammy get to that? No. Can you get it off Ginter? No. Skip. Palhinha. Adeyemi. Bailey. Nice block by Mikolenko. They've won it back off me, though. It's still falling well for them. Goal for Leicester. That felt hopeless and helpless. I'll win it back. And Mikolenko immediately tackled before he has the opportunity to do literally anything. Why is it always Leicester? Nice interception by Wilfred Ndidi, but still Leicester come forward. They're getting rather fortuitous, to say the least, with the way they keep maintaining possession. And it keeps costing me goals too. Emi Martinez back in the starting lineup, back from injury. And, well, he's not done much so far, has he? Again, we won it back and it rebounded back to them. And, again, absolutely helpless to defend against first-time passing like that. It is unplayable from Leicester City. Just undefendable. You literally can't change player and react quickly enough. And AI-controlled players of your own defence don't mark closely enough to be able to do anything about it. So that is a purely undefendable goal. Popescu's in. And Tammy. Pau Lopez with the save. And it deflects away from me. It's always Leicester City. And on the back of that Newcastle game, pretty pissed about it, to be honest. Come on! That's Tariq Lamptey! Jesus Christ. Indeed, he's playing against his former team, of course. Not that he's done anything defensively solid so far. Jacob Ramsey runs straight into the man. Wonderful first touch. I hate playing against Leicester City with this Nottingham Forest team. It's a joke. Float this looking for Popescu. Bring it down and get away from the defender, which he's done very well. Tammy is there. See who the ball was meant for. Tammy is still going to be played in, and he's got the strength. But I don't get lucky with the finish. And even when the keeper spills it, it falls straight to a defender. And now I'm on the back foot. Tammy showed great strength there. I will be honest, I didn't expect him to hold the defender off. Normally in those situations, it's always the defender that comes away with the ball. Oh, here's Rafa. Can't get near him. Leon Bailey with outrageous footwork. It falls to Leicester, and Emi Martinez does make a save. Well done, Emi. He's dropped from 85 to 84 with that injury. I'm hoping that now he's back in the first team regularly, he will start to grow back up again. And we'll get him back to 85 and he can get back to the form he was in. Jesus! Prior to that pulled groin. Leon Bailey to deliver from the far side. It could even be 3-0 Leicester before half-time. Very nearly was with an own goal. Rafa with a little jink. And Emi Martinez holds on to it that time. There's a bit of space out wide here. It's Popescu, who with a good touch. And nearly a good turn. Had Ollie Skip beaten. Palhinha. Esri Concert. Skip into Adeyemi. Out to Leon Bailey. That's a decent delivery from Leon Bailey. Indeed, he brings it down, though. If Leicester can score 2.5, so can we. Hello, ref. Are you all right, mate? Is he feeling okay? I'm not sure what I've got to do here in any game against Leicester to get the rub of the green. Because it just feels like I'm constantly battling against the game as well as anything else. 3-0 Leicester. They're definitely a bogey team, aren't they? Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, okay, bye. Lamptey with the throw. 20 minutes to go. Are we going to score 3? I think you already know the answer to that question, don't you? Tammy, lovely touch, son. To be fair, excellent physicality. And shite pass. Lovely through ball. Straight at the defender, mate. Something about Leicester City just drives me insane on this game. It's not necessarily this game. It's just this save. I know they're my rival team in the Premier League because we're not coming up against Derby, are we? Because they haven't managed to get themselves to the Premier League. But they are just disgusting. Everything for me goes wrong against Leicester, and everything for them goes right. Rebounds, refereeing decisions, lack of any sort of AI marking whatsoever. And that's shit. 4-0 Leicester. I give up. I might end up just simming Leicester games in future because this happens every time. Out wide to Hudson-Odoi. Jacob. Jesus Christ, Esri Concert. What sort of challenge was that? It was outrageous. Guendouzi gets away. And then Tammy will find Popescu. Can we get a consolation goal? No, because Pau Lopez is outrageously good, apparently. The one clear-cut chance I've gotten all game. And the keeper still makes an outrageous save. Mikolenko will throw that back to Ndidi, who will find Guendouzi, who in turn will find Tammy, who looks for Guendouzi again and again. Fucks the pass. Tammy, Ramsey, Popescu. Hey, we did a consolation. Woo! 4-1. He got the start because he scored twice in Europe. And, well, he's the only one that's shown any sort of goal-scoring intent in this game. Guendouzi played in. Don't blow your whistle there! I was just about to try and play Tammy in behind. If I don't achieve anything this season by 1 goal difference... It just doesn't matter anyway, does it? Fuck Leicester City. And everything about them in this FIFA 22 save. They're just absolutely unplayable. We certainly weren't as bad as the scoreline suggests, but that happens every time we play Leicester. We made chances, but Paul Lopez was better than 82 rated player. It's just Leicester, innit? It's just Leicester. Happens every time. Well, defeat against 10-man Newcastle. At least we went through in the Cup. And a massive win against Wolfsberger in Europe. But that didn't necessarily go according to plan today, did it? Well, thankfully, it's a double upload day. So there'll be another video later on this afternoon, early this evening, that, fingers crossed, we can turn that little blip around in, which we will look to do. Still very tight in the league, as you can see. We are 13th, but not that far away at all from the European spots. Chelsea have now won 1 and lost 1 to go with their 5 draws. Still, their goal difference is slap bang level. Our goal difference is -3, but whatever. Right, in the next one later, rather than tomorrow, Spurs, Galatasaray, Palace and Blackburn. Tottenham will be an iffy one, but certainly Palace would hope to win. Join me for it. Drop the video a like. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's so important at the minute that you don't miss a video. I'll see you next time.